Hey, here talking today with Brewers AAA hitting coach Al LeBoeuf. Al, 43 years coaching, amazing. 13 years now with the Brewers.
Yeah. There you go.
You've made an impact with players for such a long time. You know, how do you do that? How do you gain that trust with players that you do?
First of all, I love what I do because my mom always told me you got to do what you know, and this is all I know, basically. But I think first and foremost, you have to get to know them as people. And just remember, Joe, where the ball goes has everything to do with where you contact the ball. You know what I mean? As we all know, we all have struggles, and sometimes when they're not performing to the best of their ability, it has something to do with off the field. So if you get to know them as a person, then it's easier to talk them off the ledge and convey the information that you have and to try to make them a little better. Your arm bar, your top hand's going to just flip over. It can't work the way it's supposed to.
So it's safe to say that you gain trust with the players because they know that you care. And that seems like what I hear when I talk to players about you, that's what they say. And that's, you know, as a player, you just want a guy to know that the coach cares. They're not in it for themselves. No. And that comes through in spades with you. And so would you say that that's accurate?
That 100%. Nothing makes me more happy than seeing a guy achieve a goal of getting to the major leagues. I want to turn and then tilt, you see? The greatest thing for me personally is that at 3 in the morning when I get a phone call from a guy that I've had and he says, "Hey, Buffy, just want to tell you thanks, I made it to the big leagues." That's why I do what I do. That's okay. Hey, the important thing is you felt it. Now you know how to fix it.
Al, you'll have possibly 5 of the top prospects in all of baseball this year under your watch in Nashville. Do you take a different approach with this season knowing that you're going to have such talented players this year?
Perfect. I'm going to approach it the same way because the ultimate goal is to make them the best possible player they can be. I don't think there's any special way you can do that, you know what I mean? Because you're dealing with individual people. So again, as I said earlier, if you get to know them as people, then you can kind of talk to them the way they can understand. And if they don't understand, they feel comfortable saying, "Hey Buffy, I don't know what you're talking about. Can you explain it?" And that's what I do. The bottom hand is a steering wheel. The bottom hand gets you into position, right?
Talk to me next about just how hard it is to be a AAA hitting coach with the constant flux of the roster. Again, you talked about treating each guy as an individual. Obviously that's paramount, but with so many individuals coming through, how do you do that?
Well, that's actually the fun part of the job. You know, you're getting to know them as individuals and then watching them do what they do, trying to figure out what makes them good. Because quite frankly, everybody knows when they're not good, right? And I think it's most important to know what you do right as opposed to know what you do wrong because it's easier to you have something to fall back on. That was the test. That was a really good one. That was in off the white line. You know, sometimes, Vinny, you go to the batting cage and they want to hit early, you don't even hit a ball. One thing all good hitting coaches I've ever been around in my whole life have in common is they have tremendous listening skills. And sometimes just listening, letting them vent kind of eases their mind and they get back to what they know how to do. Because you never forget how to hit, you know? Oh, God. That's tremendous, Joe.
Something's going on there.
Huh?
Something's going on there.
It's a novel idea. It's called hitting the middle of the ball.